Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shayla. I don't know if I ever actually said that. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Shayla, and today I'm going to be showing you guys something that a lot of people ask me about. What is my routine? What products do I use? How do I use them? What order? All that. I think this is a pretty simple look because I look like this every time I put on makeup. So I figured I'd show you guys, put it all in one place, so anytime anybody wants to ask me, I can just direct them to this video right here. Let's get into the video. Hope you guys enjoy. So basically what I'm going to do is just show you my current go-to makeup routine. Well, really not even go-to. It's every time I do makeup, I do this as of April 2026. I did start off already just to get some of the basics out of the way. I moisturize my face with my regular everyday moisturizer. Then the Deep by the Sea capsule cream from Medicube, which my mom got me for Christmas this year, and I really enjoy it. I just rubbed it all over my face and my neck. They say give it some time. I rubbed it all over my face and my neck, and they say give it like a few minutes before you move on to the next step. So I usually give it like 5 minutes. That's why I did it prior to starting recording. I just want to do this all one take. I am going to moisturize my lips before we start while I'm talking. This is a chapstick, turmeric avocado oil beeswax chapstick that my mom gave me that I'm trying to use consistently. My makeup routine is pretty simple, but people always ask me like, or they always say it looks good, which is just concealer, blush, setting powder, brows, lip liner, lip gloss. So let's start. Look, I feel like the moisturizer has set in. I'm gonna go in with the NYX brow glue. It's almost empty, otherwise I would show it to you because it looks disgusting. So I won't be doing a close-up of this product, but I'll insert a picture or something. But I'm sure everybody knows about it. It's not nothing crazy. It's a pretty popular product. I feel like everybody has talked about it, used it. I used to use different brow gels in the past that were way more expensive. I also was one of the girls that did use Got2b Glued spray and the gel for eyebrow gel. But I don't care if my eyebrows stay in place too much because they're not like super full. They usually don't move throughout the day with or without the gel. The gel is just a nice like safety measure. Okay. Should I zoom you guys in? I don't know. In place. I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit because I do notice that if I don't let it dry quick enough, then or long enough, then it does mess with the products that I put on top of it. I'm gonna go in with this little flat or spatula. Yeah, call it spatula. And I'm just gonna flatten them out. I'm not gonna push up too much, just like I'm gonna push back and into the shape of the brow, but not really like push it up because I'm not trying to spread the brow back like I want it to keep the shape. I'm not trying to make this a tutorial because it's not like I'm doing nothing groundbreaking. Now I'm gonna go in and take a flat brush, no angle. I don't do an angle brush, it's just flat. And I'm gonna flatten it, like I'm gonna squeeze in between my fingers and really flatten it out. I probably should have cleaned my brushes before I did this video, but I didn't. That's me being honest. We're gonna do the ABH Dip Brow. Yes, I still use this, and I was using it in 2016. And it was not pretty, but this is in dark brown. For a long time I was using ebony, and my mom always used to tell me like, your eyebrows are too dark, girl. And I'm like, no, they're not, girl. Honestly, sometimes I think I could go lighter than this, but I've had this pot for like a year and I still have so much because I barely use it. Like I don't fully fill in my brows. So mainly I just aim for defining the tail of the brow. There was a point in time where I was focusing on thickening my brow and like making it bigger, wider, fuller, longer. But now it's just like I'm just filling in what I already have to make it a little darker. But there was a time where my eyebrows did take up half of my forehead. Yeah. And everybody did try to tell me I had eyebrow blindness. I really did have eyebrow blindness. Like, it was bad. It was really bad. So when it comes to the front, I don't really do too much. Like, I just take that leftover product from the tail and I just drag it up with my spoolie. Just a little pink spoolie that I have. And I'm just gonna blend that top part out. And I'm gonna go actually a little past the front and just blend everything out. And that's my brows. Then I'm gonna go and do concealer. I feel like the concealer I can zoom y'all back out. I just do under eye, forehead, around the brows. First, I do contour. I try to, but I feel like I don't do it enough. Maybe I be scared of the product. So I do go in with a little bit. But before we do anything, we do have to prime. Now I'm going to show y'all my current routine. I do have some things that I plan on changing, but I'm not going to use those today because I'm going to maybe make an updated one or a review or something. But I did get the Danessa Myricks water powder serum to use as a primer, but I've been using the e.l.f. primer. I did used to use the milk one, but I feel like this does the same, if not better, for a fraction of the price. I'm gonna prime first, of course, before we do anything else. I really like to focus my primer in the middle of my face because that is where all my product goes. For a long time, I thought primer was a myth. Like, I thought they was just telling us to use primer for fun. And I was doing concealer and essentially the same routine without primer. I can't even believe there was a time I was doing that. Because they do say let it sit for 30 seconds. I try to follow with the, I try to follow with the what the people say. I'm gonna go in with an angled brush. Danessa Myricks. What is this? Danessa Myricks. Girl, it don't even have a name of what it is, but it's the contour palette. So, yeah. This is Deep 3. Yeah, I barely use it. Like, but it is, like most of her products, starts off as a cream, dries down as a powder. So I don't go in with nothing too crazy. Like, this is my brush when I use it. You could see there's barely any product on there. And I try to keep it high on the cheekbones. You can see it, like it's definitely there. It's just that I feel like once the concealer goes on, it goes away. And I pat it. I don't really drag it much. I'm gonna do the same on the other side. Like, I feel like it's there, but it's not there. But I do it anyway, just to make me feel better. Just to make me feel like something is happening. Even though nothing is happening. Sometimes I do go in with a smaller brush, a little carved angle brush. I guess this is my version of underpainting. Because once that concealer goes on, baby, you can't see none of this. And I'm gonna go in with my concealer. This is the biggest part of my routine because it's like my foundation. Once again, Danessa Myricks, and this is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Concealer in the shade 16? The shade 16. I also have shade 18 for when my summer shade comes around because that time is coming. I don't really do too much when it comes to this. I will say this concealer is buildable. It isn't full coverage at all. But I like that because it's supposed to be like skin. So I just focus it on the inner corners of my eyes. Just a little bit over here. Same thing on the other side. Carve out the brows and do a little bit on the forehead. Carve out the brows. And for the underneath part of the brow, I try not to have too much product. I literally, not too much. Same thing on the other side. Let me put a couple bumps on my forehead. Now I'm gonna let it sit for a few seconds, minutes. Really, I don't have a set time. I just let it sit for as long as I think it needs to sit for. I transitioned from using this to using a brush. I do agree with people that the Beauty Blender picks up a lot of your product. So I did transition to using a brush these days. A fluffy brush, but it's thick, dense, I think is the word. Okay, we're back. The minutes have passed. I'm ready. Let's go. Just gonna start at the end and blend that out. Go up to the top. Slightly go over the nose and hit the other side now. I don't swipe or drag. I just pat it like I do it like I would use a beauty blender, but it's just a brush. That's really the only difference. Contour basically disappeared. See how it just melts? You see how that product just melted into the skin? Danessa, you are amazing, Danessa. I love Danessa Myricks. To get underneath the brow, where I carved that out, I'm just gonna take a smaller brush. That's kind of the same type of density and just blend that out. For this one, I'm dragging a little more because I feel like packing that would be crazy. And then I kind of do come into the corner so that the corner isn't all dark and a different color than the rest of the eye. I just like a clean, basic, everyday face. So I take it and I go in above the brows and I stamp it to pick up any excess product that the brow has around it. Now, the fun part. We're gonna do blush, 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 blush. The brush that I usually use for blush is out of commission right now because it really needs to be cleaned. Danessa Myricks, as you can see, I'm hitting pan. The pan is hit. This is it, girl. And I just go in real heavy. Heavy, heavy, talk, talk, talk. This is like a angle brush, but the angle doesn't really matter to me. I just like how dense it is. And I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna try to concentrate it here in this area. Pack it on there. Pack it on, pack it on, pack it on. I used to kind of curve it up my face, but now I'm just trying to just straight back. That dries down while I'm doing the other side. And then we can go in with a second layer. Or like a touch-up layer. And I do the nose. Shout out to Mona Leo. Hey, Mona Leo. I'm going to go in with that concealer brush that we used earlier. And just pick up some of it that's right there. Beauty blender and just tap it all down. So that it's all skin-like. And nice and blended in there. And it also packs everything into the creases so we can hurry up and go in with the One Size setting powder in Ultra Pink. And of course, like every girl in the world, let me be for serious. Of course, like every girl in the world, I'm gonna go in with a powder puff. I don't bake. I'm not into that. I just pat it in. The rest of the face too. Definitely that blush. I bring it down to where we contour that. Pick up some more. I probably use so much product blowing it away like that, but it's okay. If you feel like anything gets covered during this part, it's okay, because once you spray that setting powder, it will bring it all back out. Okay, now that's that on that setting powder. Thank you. This is just a Beauty Supply store liner in dark brown. I'm planning to upgrade soon. I did pick up Chestnut from MAC. That's what I'm saying. So I do have some upgrades coming, but I'm gonna stick to what I've been doing for this one. You know, so when I level up, y'all can notice. Now that they're lined, I am gonna go back in with that setting powder. One of my tiny little powder puffs. So I just stick it on my finger. It's gonna take a little bit of that product. Then I always believe in 2 setting sprays. So I used to use the Charlotte Tilbury and one size. Then I switched to Morphe and one size. Now I'm doing Morphe and Danessa. I go in with that one first to like I gotta get a fan, y'all, but I go in with that one first just to set everything down, like especially the powders, all the different textures, all the different creams that have set into powders. I want them all to marry together, settle, and really like get comfortable in there. And when I feel like that is dry down for the most part, I go in with Danessa, which you do have to shake for 30 seconds, I think it says. But when I was on the Reddit board, it says shake it for 30 seconds because it has like powder and liquid and they have to mix together. So I'm gonna shake it for 30 seconds. Lip gloss choice, which I've been pretty consistent with lately. I've been using just these 2, either or both. This is Prima Donna, Pat McGrath, and this is ABH, the cotton candy. I think today I'm just gonna go in with Pat. I just try to focus it in the middle. I'm definitely running low on this, so I'm gonna have to grab some more soon. So that's it. I'm gonna do something to my hair so you guys can get the full-fledged finished look, and then I'll be back with how I look. So this is the finished product. This is pretty much what I look like every time I do my makeup. So yeah, I love it. I think it's pretty soft, natural. I think it's pretty soft, cute. I think it blends into my look. I've been doing it like this for a while, so I think it works, and I always get compliments on it. A lot of people say my base looks really good, as you can see. It's a really simple process. Anybody can really do it. It's just, I guess no one works for you. I've been doing this type of look for a long time. I don't think I'll ever switch up. I don't think I'll ever become a foundation girl. So this is my everyday look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. This YouTube thing is going really well, so let's keep it up. I hope that you guys like something, learn something, want to try something. Yeah, I'm not really good at this outro thing. I'm really a vlogger, but thanks for watching. Until next time.